What if I told you the greatest leaders in history, those who inspired nations, built movements, and carried hope into hopeless places, didn't rise because life was easy, but because they learned how to master themselves? What if I told you that the combination of two timeless philosophies, Christianity and Stoicism, contains the blueprint for leadership that transforms not only organizations, but souls? Leaders are not born in comfort. They are forged in struggle. And the principles that forge a leader, faith, discipline, resilience, are as relevant today as they were 2,000 years ago. Today, I want to show you how Christianity and Stoicism together can help you cultivate three essential leadership principles: having a positive mindset, educating yourself, and becoming emotionally intelligent. 1. Having a positive mindset. Leadership begins with perspective. The way you see the world becomes the way your people see the world. If your mindset is grounded in hope and discipline, others will follow. If it is poisoned by fear and negativity, the culture you lead will rot from within. The Apostle Paul, writing from a prison cell, declared, "Finally, brothers and sisters, whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is admirable, if anything is excellent or praiseworthy, think about such things." Philippians 4:8. Paul wasn't free in chains, but his mind was free. His positive mindset transformed prison bars into a pulpit, turning despair into an opportunity to preach the gospel. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus echoed this mindset centuries earlier. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Epictetus. The leader who cultivates a positive mindset doesn't deny reality. They reinterpret it. They ask, how can this difficulty shape me? How can this moment refine me? A positive mindset is contagious. As a leader, your team may forget your words, but they will never forget how your attitude shaped the atmosphere. Your calmness in chaos, your optimism in challenge, your faith in the storm. These are the torches that guide others when their own light begins to flicker. 2. Educate yourself. The second principle of leadership is the relentless pursuit of wisdom. Great leaders never stop learning because ignorance is the death of influence. Proverbs reminds us, "The heart of the discerning acquires knowledge, for the ears of the wise seek it out." Proverbs 18:15. Education isn't simply reading books. It's cultivating a humble spirit that knows there is always more to learn. Christ himself modeled this. At 12 years old, he was found in the temple courts, sitting among the teachers, listening and asking questions. Luke 2:46. Even the Son of God valued seeking wisdom in his humanity. The Stoic Emperor Marcus Aurelius wrote in his Meditations, "If someone is able to show me that what I think or do is not right, I will happily change, for I seek the truth by which no one was ever harmed." What humility, what teachability. A leader who stops learning has already stopped leading. Educating yourself means more than accumulating facts. It means learning how to live, how to serve, how to grow in virtue. It means asking, am I wiser this year than I was last year? Am I equipping myself not just with knowledge, but with understanding? The world doesn't need leaders with degrees hanging on their walls. The world needs leaders who have been educated by Scripture, refined by philosophy, and trained by the daily discipline of seeking wisdom. 3. Become emotionally intelligent. The third principle, and perhaps the most overlooked, is emotional intelligence. Great leaders do not merely command tasks, they connect with people. They don't just solve problems, they understand hearts. Jesus displayed perfect emotional intelligence. When Lazarus died, he didn't launch into a theological lecture. He wept, John 11:35. He entered into the emotions of those around him. At the same time, he could discern hypocrisy in the Pharisees and confront it without flinching. His leadership combined compassion with courage, empathy with truth. Paul exhorted believers, "Rejoice with those who rejoice, mourn with those who mourn, live in harmony with one another." Romans 12:15 through 16. That is emotional intelligence, entering into the emotional world of others without being controlled by it. The Stoics understood this too. Seneca wrote, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." A leader who understands emotions knows that anger, fear, and anxiety are often distorted mirrors. Emotional intelligence means stepping back, asking, what is real here? What is imagined? What is true? It also means regulating your own emotions. A leader who loses their temper loses their authority. A leader who cannot control their words will one day regret the damage they cause. The Stoic practice of premeditatio malorum, imagining possible hardships before they come, helps prepare the mind. The Christian practice of prayer and surrender anchors the heart in God's peace. Together, they form a leader who is unshakable. Let me pause here and ask you, what would your family, your business, your community look like if you embodied these three principles? If your mindset overflowed with hope, if your pursuit of wisdom was relentless, if your emotional intelligence made people feel seen, heard, and valued. This is not theory, it's transformation. This is not philosophy locked in the past, it's power for the present. Christianity and Stoicism are not enemies. They are allies in the shaping of great leaders. Christianity roots you in eternal truth. You are loved, chosen, and called to serve. Stoicism equips you with daily discipline. You can endure, you can grow, you can master yourself. Together, they forge leaders who are both strong and compassionate, wise and humble, courageous and empathetic. Leaders the world desperately needs. So I challenge you, don't just listen today, live it. Think on what is pure, noble, and true. Educate yourself. Seek wisdom relentlessly. Grow in emotional intelligence. Love people deeply while leading them wisely. Because leadership isn't about power, it's about purpose. It isn't about titles, it's about transformation. And when your leadership flows from the strength of Stoic discipline and the hope of Christian faith, your influence won't just change lives, it will change generations. The fire is here, the pressure is here, but so is your calling. Rise into it, lead with light, and let your legacy be forged in both wisdom and faith.